Producer, what they are producing, of course they are fulfilling the requirement for the consumers. So consumer is an individual who buy product or service for personal use or utility. A consumer learning depend on skill and knowledge. So age is a major factor that influencing buying behavior, the ability to influence the buying behavior of the person. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Natesh, lecturer in Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. So we are in the Unit 3, Section 3, first semester B.B.A, Market Segmentation and Consumer Behavior. Last two section which is related to market segmentation. If you are not watched, please go and watch. Okay. So moving forward, my today agenda. So the consumer meaning, exactly the consumer behavior when you are studying, of course you have to get the meaning of consumer and the consumer behavior meaning and definition, the major factor influencing the consumer behavior. So the consumer buying decision making process, one by one moving forward. So what exactly the consumer? The consumer either they are purchasing the product or getting a service from the company, those who are offering a product and service. So the consumer can be an individual as well. Otherwise, the consumer can be an organization or institutions. Okay. So consumer is an individual who buy product or service for personal use or utility. So whatever they want, the consumer cannot produce themselves. So of course they are depending on producer basis and not for manufacturer and resale, because consumer when they are purchasing getting service because of their utility and consumption they are purchasing, so they need to ultimately fulfill the needs and wants. Of course they are depending on the producer. A consumer may be a person or a group of people such as a household, similar needs, not directly related to the entrepreneur or business activity, who are finally user of the product or service. The consumer is a person or group of people, we can say. So those who want to fulfill needs and wants based on their expectation, of course the producer will start producing the product. Okay, moving forward. So the types of consumer, I just know I told you, it is one is a personal consumer or individual person, you can say, or individual consumer we can say. So buy the product and service for his family and own or family. So either they are purchasing for themselves or family sake or individually they are purchasing. Okay. And one more is organizational consumer or commercial consumer, because there are too many institutions which is located in the entire world. So of course they are also purchasing a product and getting a service, like companies, okay, company to company or any government agency. If you take buy the product or service for manufacturing or resale, because though are for example the wholesaler also with the intention for resale the goods, means they are also treated as a consumer, because when they purchasing, of course they are purchasing a mass quantity or bulk quantity. So with the intentions to sell, means of course they are also treated as a consumer. Moving forward. So the meaning of consumer behavior, the meaning of consumer behavior. So because consumers to consumer, their real behavior will be keep on change towards product and getting a service. So at the time of purchasing, how they are behaving, so what and all the factors will be influencing for the purchasing. Okay. The consumer behavior is a study of how individual customer or group or organization select, buy, use and dispose idea, goods and service to satisfy their needs and want. Because the consumers to consumer, their characters, the unique characteristic when we are identifying for the individual consumer, of course their buying behavior pattern will be completely, the company will depending on they are promoting the product. Of course the company, they want to study the consumer behavior analysis is very important before introducing a product or how they are purchasing. So based on the behavior, how the company are getting a more sales. Okay. or group or organization and dispose idea, because the producer will not start producing blindly. So based on the consumer behavior analysis, once you studied properly, of course the consumers is a king, the producer will start producing according to the consumer requirement and wants. It refers to the action of the consumer in the marketplace and underlining motive for those action, because whenever the producer we are producing a product with the intentions to fulfill the consumer requirement, so there are too many actions will be taking care here, so which is completely depending on the marketplace. We are able to identify the different types of consumer whom this product and service is made. So you have to decide. So when you are deciding, of course you are studying the behavior of consumers. Okay, moving forward, so whatever I have discussed in the last slide, which is just for the meaning, now it is there is standard definitions are given in the words of Angle, Blackwell and Master. The consumer behavior is the action and decisions process of a people who purchase goods and service for the personal consumption. The consumer always getting, they are fulfilling the requirement with the help of the producer. Of course something actions will be taken place at the time of purchasing a product or getting a service, so which is completely the behavior how it is keep on change from the persons to person or consumers to consumer. So I just as a producer we just want to get to know. According to London and B.Ba, so the consumer behavior is a decisions process and physical activity which individual engage in when evaluating and acquiring, using and disposing of goods and service. Because individual person, when they are purchasing, before they are purchasing a product, of course they are individually the product basis and service basis, they are try to go for evaluating the product or service and acquiring the product from the seller, like wholesaler directly. They cannot approach with the producer, so of course with the help of mediator they are acquiring the goods and using and dispose of goods and service. So the producer, what they are producing, of course they are fulfilling the requirement for the consumers. Okay, moving forward. Here the major factor influencing the consumer behavior, because which is a major factor which is influencing. Apart from these factors, there are too many factors which is connected to marketing activity. So how you are studying, what are the factors will influencing for the consumer behavior? The first one, psychological factors, social factor, cultural factor, personal factors and economical factor. If you take market factors, okay, there are too many factors will be influencing, but majorly we going to study for the 5 factors will be influencing for consumer behavior. Moving forward one by one. So what is a major factor influencing the consumer behavior? How it is influencing at the time of purchasing, the consumer, how they are changing their mindset, so how they are giving importance for the product and service at the time of purchasing. Okay, the consumer behavior is influenced by many different factors. A marketer should try to understand the factor that influence the consumer behavior, because as a marketer, as a businessman, as an organization, if they are not studying the factors whichever which is related to consumer behavior, of course it is very difficult to do for marketing activity. Here 5 major factors that influence the consumer behavior. So whatever in the one is psychological factor, social factor, cultural factor, personal factor, economical factor. So these are the major factors will be influencing for the consumer behavior. So moving for the first one, psychological factors. So how exactly the consumers to consumer, when you are able to identify the psychological characteristic, of course, which is related to consumer behavior only. So the first one is a motivation. So how the consumers are motivated. For example, either they are influencing with the help of friends or family circle or social. Okay, so they are motivated to purchase your product. That is also very important. So that's what the marketing team always they are encouraging. Okay, so just motivating consumers to purchase our company product. So when a person is motivated enough, it influences the buying behavior of the person, because the person is not at all interested. If you think this person is they don't want to purchase any product, so unless if you are not motivating that customers or consumer, so he is not taking any steps to purchase your product, whatever you are offering a service also. Okay, so that's what when the motivation which is completely based on the consumer's real requirement. So a person has many needs, such as social needs, okay, which is nothing but a friend circle, life cycle, and basic needs, which is very essential for survival in the society, and security needs. So if they are not giving any importance for the security needs, of course it is very difficult to in the future. And esteem is, which is nothing but reputation, image, esteem. Okay, so and self acquisition need, how he can go for the career planning, so which is completely self acquisition needs. Out of all the needs, the basic needs and security needs take position above all other needs. See, there are too many product which is offered to the end consumer based on the basic needs, security needs. For example, if you take for security needs, one example, the life insurance. In case of any accident, the family are getting a benefit from the life insurance policy. That is your safety. So whatever you are earning, if you spend today itself, so if you are not bothering about the future, of course you are not there in the security. Okay, so of course. And perception, the consumer perception is a major factor that influences the consumer behavior, because when the perception which is completely depending on consumers to consumer, their perceptions will be keep on change. So that's what as a marketers they want to study. Okay, so customer perception is a process where the customer collect information about the product and interpret the information to make a meaningful image of particular product. So when they are seeing the product, or just with the help of internet source or any advertisement source, if they are continuously see that product again and again, so their mindset will be completely diverting to purchase the product. So that is a perceptions will be which is completely going on the consumer mindset process. Moving forward, and learning how these particular consumers and customers are, how they are get to know, because of practical experience or somebody is giving, okay, idea related to the product or service, whatever the producers are offering. Okay, so when a person buy a product, he or she get the learn something more about the product. They are now also the customers are highly educated. That's what before they are purchasing any product or getting any service from the company. So if you take for internet service package, so there are too many service provider offering. So before they are going for subscription, they are try to collect all the informations which is related to data factors and monthly rent, everything they are collecting. So that learning is based only, they are taking a best step to purchase. Learning comes over a period of time through experience. So when you are trying to getting a benefit from the any individual product, so using continuously you are getting a benefit, that is a practically or experientially you get to know. A consumer learning depend on skill and knowledge. Okay, because if there is any product is which is related to computer or laptop, electronic goods, the usage, how you are getting benefit from, suppose those who are interested to listen to music, so there is a lot of demand for electronic gadgets. So this kind of once you develop the acquire the skill based and knowledge basis also, you are trying to go for purchasing the products. When skill can be gained through practice or knowledge can be acquired only through experience. So there are too many activities are going for when you are updating a knowledge or skills. So either you can go for reading, either you can go for listening, either you can go for observation. Based on the observations or acquiring a skill, so of course you are getting ultimate benefit for towards the product and service. So that is also very important matter here. and attitude and belief, because most of the consumers are there which is directly influencing for the product and service which is offered by the producer. So the attitude also matter and belief also they want to study. So the consumer have certain attitude, either positive attitude or negative attitude or neutral attitude, okay, whatever it may be. So belief which influence the buying decision of the consumer, because the attitude will be suppose the positive attitude towards the product or service, so of course you are ready to go for accepting a product or purchasing a product or getting a service, okay. So that is also very important factor. Based on this attitude, the consumer behave in a particular way towards a product. Based on the attitude, their mindset will be completely, they are trying to take a decisions making, which is completely depending on the mindset. So this attitude play a significant role in defining the brand image of the product, because when there are 2 million of products are available in the market, of course you are those highly income level people always giving a priority for brand. So those who are coming under the low income group, they are always going for the local product. They are not purchasing that because of attitude, because of something which is a mindset calculations in between the consumers, okay. Moving forward, next one, social factor. It is very important in the society, in the social factor, how it is influencing. There are too many consumers. We are classified based on the income, educations, everything we are able to identify now. So as a marketers, they want to get to know how it is influencing for the consumers. Human as a social being, they live around many people who influence their buying behavior, because in the society different types of consumers we are able to identify. So how the individual peoples are unique from other person. So if they are purchasing, you are deciding why I can't purchase this kind of product and getting service. So it is completely, we are living in the society, so human mindset is very important. That's what whatever you studied in the previous slide, psychology matter. So it will be influencing, because we are able to identify in the society many people, so they are showing esteem, they are not bothering about the esteem, they are going for the security. So this kind of things will be influencing. So human try to intimate other women, okay. If I purchase, if this product is really satisfied, I can try to convey for others also. It is also influencing. And also wish to be socially accepted in the society. This specific product, if it is very benefited, means of course you are trying to do, okay. Hence, their buying behavior is influenced by other people around them, because many product are we are get to know with the help of direct media or internet media, social media, or word of mouth we are getting, okay. So the social system also supporting for it is one kind of communications channels, okay, providing a right platform for the producer as well as consumer. This factor are considered social factors. Some of the social factor are, the first one, family. So if in the family there are too many members dependent or independent, so at the time of purchasing any product, the family members can suggest this kind of products are available in the market, why can't you try for this product, okay. So family play a significant role in shaping the buying behavior of the person. If any person, if it is a teenage or a child, if you take example, whatever the requirement is, finally they are fulfilling with the help of elders, okay. So the child is purchasing a product, it is highly impossible, no. So that's what the those who are well educated, those who are adult in the family, so they are also suggesting this kind of product, or they are directly purchasing on behalf of the children's. A person develop a preference from his childhood by watching family buy product and continue to buy the same product even when they grow up, Okay, because human life cycles will be always which is starting from the childhood. So at the time of childhood we don't have any idea about the product consumption preference needs. Of course, with the help of elders or parents only we are get to know there are too many product or usage or benefits. So slowly once we are updating our knowledge, when we are grown up, of course we are able to follow whatever the family members or elders are followed. Okay, so moving forward. So next one, reference group. So which reference group of peoples can refer this product and service to buy individual? So the reference group can be a family members, our friend circle, okay, or our colleagues. Okay, so the reference group in the group of people with whom the person associated himself. Because when I am standing in my surrounding, there are too many people will be supporting or motivating. Generally, all the people in the reference group have common buying behavior and influencing each other. Because when we have a set of people, when I purchase one Android phone, so if it is very good, I can suggest for my friend. Okay, even when you are getting a suggestion from your friend, if you don't know anything about the handset phone or a smartphone, so of course you are taken advice from the family members or friend circle or from the colleagues. And role and status, because in the corporate world, or you if you take example, there are too many employees, white collar, blue collar, high level, senior executive, managing director and manager level. Their role is very important. Based on the role where they are standing, so they are purchasing the same kind of esteem product or luxury product. Just comparing with the low unskilled labor, so unskilled labor, what kind of priority is given? The same priority is not given by the high level peoples, like high profile people. A person is influenced by the role that they hold in the society. What kind of role is holding in the society? Suppose the top level, either they are in the standing high profile, so always they are purchasing a high level of product, high quantity, so high quality factors they are giving priority, high luxury product they are purchasing, of course. So there are different product we are able to identify. If a person is a high position, his buying behavior will be influenced largely by status. Because of status only, they are not going for the local branded. Because of status, they are going for the branded brand. Okay, branded product they are giving. So when they are thinking always regarding for the status, of course they are according to status they want to match, right? That's what they are purchasing for the just fulfilling the status. They are just largely when they are purchasing, of course they are trying to match the status. So according to the status only they are trying to go for purchasing the product. Okay, so a person who is a chief executive officer in a company will buy according to his status, while a staff of or employee of the same company will have different buying pattern. Because now if you try to compare with the employee or staff, whatever they are purchasing, the chief executive officer, they are not giving any priority. So this kind of product which will suit for the staff as well as employee, the luxury product, luxury car, branded product will suit for the chief executive, because they want to match the status. Okay, moving forward. Now we are in the third one, cultural factor, how it is important for the marketers to identify, to study the cultural factor, how it is influencing. So again, the cultural factors also the marketers they want to study properly. So in the cultural, there are too many group of peoples we are able to, in if you take example in India, there are too many too many cultures we are able to identify. So based on the cultures, the marketers or producer will start producing. So before that they are try to go for studying the cultural factor, how it is influencing. So the group of people in the associated with the set of value and ideologies that belonging to the particular community. Because of community, there are too many community we are able to identify how this community will influence by the culture. So each and every community they are following their own cultures, right? So according to culture, so you have to match the product. When a person come from the particular community, his or her behavior is highly influenced by the culture related to that particular community. Because family, when we are deciding, so those who are coming under orthodox family, or which is a culture based family, so they are always giving a priority for the culture, so that's what they are purchasing a product which is fulfilling the cultural requirement. Okay, some of the cultural factors are, one is culture. What exactly the culture factor have a strong influence on the consumer buying behavior. Because of cultures only few product cannot be offered, so because of cultures only few product can be offered by the marketers or producer. Culture factors include the basic value, need, want, preference, perception, and behavior that are observed and learned by the consumer from their nearer family members and other important people around them. Because in the South India, if you are taking an example, we are always following the southern culture, south culture. So western, if you take for north indians, they are following for the north culture. So each and every state, each and every city, they, you are able to identify the something like a culture influencing. Okay, moving forward. And subculture, under cultures only there are subcultures we are able to identify. So within a culture group there exists many subculture, because based on the caste, because of a tradition, so there are different types of subcultures we are able to identify. So these subcultures group share the same set of belief and value. So because of, in if you are taking examples, the cities like Mysore city or Bangalore city, anything, so there are different types of subgroup or subcaste will be there, of course, which is related to when you are taking a steps to purchase your product, so you need to study properly. Subculture can be consist of people from different religion and caste also, and geographic and nationality. Okay, so because of a religion, okay, and because of caste, because of geographical factors, because of nationality, the culture will be keep on change. Okay, these subcultures itself form the customer segmentation, because of the most of the product is offered based on the culture. Whatever we are offering, for example, the Kashmirian people, they are always following the Kashmirian culture. So as a producer, if I produce product for the south culture, so the Kashmirian are not giving any priority to purchase your product. So that's what they need to study for the different types of culture or subcultures based on the religion, caste, geography, nationality. And the social class, because every customers are located in the society, we are classified into many classes which is related to social class. So each and every society across the globe as the form of social class, high level, low level, okay, middle level, like the social class we are able to identify. So the social class is not just determined by the income. Not only we are focusing for the income, and different factors will be communicated with the different factors will also coming under the social class, but also other factors such as occupation, you are based on the occupation, and family background basis, and education and residence location. Social class is important to predict the consumer behavior. Because of occupations level we are offering a many product, because of family background basis also they are depending too many product. Okay, even the educations, like example educations product, you I think first standard to 12th standard they are always purchasing the textbooks like NCRT competitions textbook, they are purchasing for Upkar and Haryant. Okay, those who are interested to go for IIT, they are trying to go for Pearson. So this kind of offers, the product is offered for the different based on the social class. And now we are in the fourth factor, personal factors. The personal factors, individual customers are having a personal characteristic. So as a marketer, if you are not studied which is related to individual person, the personal factors, what and all it is influencing for the purchasing your product. This personal factor differ from person to person. Person to person, we are able to identify unique person. So they produce a different perception and consumer behavior also directly interconnected here. So some of the personal factors are, the first one, age factor. It is very important because based on the age only, there are many products are offered by the producer. So you need to study because of age. Every product cannot be offered for the everybody. So now you need to study based on the age factor, which is coming under the demographical, which is already studied in the based on the market segmentation. So age is a major factor that influencing buying behavior, because now if your garment industry, now they are going for offering a product like a cloth product. So based on the child, adult, teenage, old age, they are offering. So now they want to go for studying the concept which is related to age. The buying choice of youth differ from that middle age people, because youth when you are studying for teenage, the electronic gadgets, those who are really interested to electronic gadgets which is related to listening, okay. So elder people have a totally different buying behavior, because they are always going for the product which is really required for them. But in case of youngster, they are trying to go for attempt. But in case of elders, they are always going for analyzing or evaluating everything they will take place. Teenager will be more interesting to buy colorful cloth and beauty product. But teenage, if you try to go for the, if there are too many product is offered based on the teenage, so the teenage is selected for segmentations here. So of course you need to, as a producer, you have to study, give an priority based on the teenage. So middle age are focused on the house, property and vehicle for the family, because the middle age, those who are having age like 40, 35 to 32, less than 60, so they are coming under this category of age group. So of course they are always bothering about the how I can go for house, how I can construct the house, so what interior part, even the property related they are bothering, even the which vehicle they want to purchase. So definitely they will moving forward. So under income, okay, under personal income, because person to person, the consumer to consumer, the income patterns will be keep on change. So you have to, as a marketers, you need to study about the individual income. Of course it is a privacy matter. So income has the ability to influence the buying behavior of the person, okay, because of, unless you're not studied which is related to income factor. So as a marketers, what kind of product, which group of income customers will be purchasing this kind of product. So I just want to get in clarity. So higher level income give a higher purchasing power to the consumer, because those who are earning highly income people, their always purchasing power will be high. When a consumer has a higher disposal income after expenditure, whatever they have a surplus amount, they are which is nothing but a disposal income, so they don't know how to spend. So that's what they are always, they are showing interest to purchase the product. So it give more opportunity for the consumer to spend on luxury product, because the disposal income, because they having a surplus income, that's what they are ready to go for spending for luxury product. Whereas low level or medium level income group of consumers spend most of their income on the basic need, such as grocery, cloth, okay. They are not spending for the highly luxury product, because they want to survival. That's what they are giving first priority for the basic requirement or basic needs. Now third one, occupation. So what types of, what kind of occupation, what types of occupations? So there are different types of occupations we are able to identify. Either they are coming under the skilled labor, unskilled labor, or professional or businessman. So as a businessman, you need to, as a marketer, you need to study. So occupation of a consumer influence the buying behavior, because the different types of, in the society we are able to identify different types of occupation, okay. So a person tend to buy things that are appropriated to his or her profession. For example, the professional peoples like chartered accountant, engineer, engineering product, chartered account textbooks which is related to offered to the chartered accountant. So even the medical equipments, medical accessories offered to the doctor. So as a businessman, what kind of product they are purchasing, why it is useful for the businessman. So there are different types of products that are available, right? That's what. For example, a doctor would buy cloth according to his profession, while professor will have different buying pattern, because of person to person we are finding a different variations. We are able to identify the different pattern of purchasing here. And lifestyle. So lifestyle is an attitude and way in which an individual stay in the society, because those who are very keen interested to think about the lifestyle, how they want to change their passion based on the design, okay, based on the culture, okay, the lifestyles will be complete, the standard of living. Though everybody is now coming from the rural area to urban area or metropole city, because their lifestyle compared to urban area, rural area, they are finding a much better, okay, all the facility, infrastructure, educations, okay. So the buying behavior is highly influenced by the lifestyle of a consumer, because the buying behavior, if they are coming for the urban city or metro city, of course their lifestyle will be completely changed. So according to the lifestyle, they are trying to go for changing the purchasing pattern. For example, when a consumer lead to healthy lifestyle, always they are giving a priority for herbal product, organic product, because there is a lot of, they are bothering always about the health, okay. So then the product he buy will be related to healthy alternative to junk food. So just if they are not purchasing the junk food, because they are always for health conscious, okay, they are always purchasing a dry fruits, if they are purchasing a product like a food product, always they are bothering about the health. Moving forward, last one, economical factor is very important for company point of view or consumer point of view. So because if the country like a developed country, the economically they are sound. If the developing country, they are economically, when it is developed, the earning powers and purchasing power also increasing. So the consumer buying habit and decisions greatly depend on the economical situation a country or market, because how much they are earning, what is the capacity of earning, okay, what is the purchasing pattern, everything which is completely depending on the economical condition. So when it is economically sound, of course there is lot of demand for the product. So when a nation is prosperous, the economic is strong, okay, that's what, because there the purchasing pattern will be highly more, which lead to the greater money supply in the market and higher purchasing power for the consumer, because highly they are earning greatly. So of course their purchasing pattern, the supply of money also we are able to identify. When a consumer experience a positive economic environment, they are more confident to spend on buying product, because I just know repeating again and again, there are million of product are offered by the producer, a million of product is offered to the consumer. So of course when it is economically this country is developed, the purchasing power, the supply of money also greatly influencing for the purchasing the product. So whereas the weak economic reflect the struggle market that is impacted by the unemployment and lower purchasing power. Always the purchasing power, it is completely depending on the earning part. In this country we are able to find out unemployment, okay. So of course there is a purchasing power is very low, because of there is no earning capacity. Economical factor bear a significant influence on the buying decision of a consumer, because economical factors, when we are studying employment is related and supply and demand, everything is completely depending on the income generation what you are doing. So the companies also are getting a more benefit from the with the help of economical factors. Some of the important economical factors are The first one, personal income, because persons to person the income level keep on varied, which is the fluctuations we are able to identify. At the time of his working just for clerk, the income level is low. He is promoted for the manager level or general manager level. Of course, his income level will be increasing. If he is getting any other source of income, so the personal income varied. When a person has a highly disposable income means after spending primary expenditure and secondary expenditure, then also he is having a surplus profit, means which is coming under the disposal. So now he is always planning how I can go for purchasing a product. The purchasing power increase simultaneously. If the highly disposable income, if it is there in the person, so always he is committing to go for purchasing the many products. Disposable income refers to the money that is left after spending towards the basic needs of a person. So the first, the priority is given for the primary expenditure and secondary expenditure. Then also they have means which is coming under the disposable income. When there is an increase in the disposable income, it will lead to higher expenditure on various items. If they have excess or they have surplus, it will lead to the purchasing for the product, whichever it is required for the fulfilling the real requirement or needs or wants. But when the disposable income reduce, parallelly the spending of multiple item also reduce, because of disposable income are reducing, because after spending primary and secondary he don't have any surplus, but obviously the disposable income will reduce because of there is no income generation, so other purchasing product is not taking any step, but first priority is giving for the basic requirement. Next to family income. So in the family income also very important. Now if you try to compare to men, women also working, the income level also increasing. Because of income level increasing, there is a lot of demand for the supermarket, even the restaurant, because those who are working, complete family members, how many members are depending. So the complete family members, if they are earning, of course they are purchasing power also more. Family income is a total income from all the members of a family, because only one person is working means other rest of them they are completely depending. Now in this case everybody is working, their income level is also more. When more people are earning in the family, there is more income available for shopping, basic needs and luxury. Okay, so when the number of income now here it is getting for a disposable income is generating. Higher family income influence the people in the family to buy more product, because of earning they are taking a decisions to purchase the product. So when there is a surplus income available for the family, the tendency is to buy more luxury item, which otherwise a person might not have been able to buy, because the number of members are working, the earning level is increasing, the disposable income is increasing, so that's what they are committing to purchase the number of luxury items, whatever it is required for the entire family or individual. Next one, consumer credit. So the consumer credit also, which is completely depending on the credit factor which is related to economical. Now consumer credit is very important. So when a consumer is offered to easy credit to purchasing good, because now the complete market is offered on the basis on cash transaction as well as credit transaction. Most of the transactions will offered based on the credit transaction. Whenever the companies are giving, or institutions or financial institutions are giving credit facility, of course you are expecting a purchasing power, you can expect a more consumer because you are offering a credit facility. It promotes higher spending. When the credit is given by the institution or financial institution or a company, of course you can increase the demand. Seller are making it easy for consumer to avail credit in the form of credit card, okay, easy installment, bank loan, hire purchase, and many such other credit options. So if they want to go for constructing home, they can get loan, house loan, construction loan they can get. If they're going for education product like any course they want to do, they are getting a loan facility. Even the credit card limit also given. Okay, based on the too many credit transaction, even the consumers are getting a benefit. Their purchasing power also they are trying to increasing. When there is a higher credit available to the consumer, the purchase of the comfort and luxury item increase. Because of credit facility only, the most of the customers are purchasing. They are fulfilling their requirement. So next one, liquid asset. Asset is nothing but whenever you have any asset which is easily converted to cash mode, so which is coming under liquid asset. So consumer who have a liquid asset tend to spend more on comfort and luxury, because whenever they need money or cash, of course they can convert into easily. The liquid is always in the cash position. Liquid asset are those assets which can be converted into cash very easily. Suppose you have a check, you can convert. If you have a jewel, you can convert easily. The cash in hand, bank saving, security are some example of liquid asset. Okay, when a consumer has a higher liquid asset, it give him more confidence to buy luxury goods. Okay, luxury goods based on the liquid asset whatever they are holding. Okay, if it is in the cash in mode or bank balance. Okay, moving forward, next, last under economical factor, saving. So everybody, if they are bothering to save, why? Because of future consequence, what and all you going to face. So if you are saving, of course you are in the safer zone. So the saving part, what you are doing here, so a consumer is highly influenced by the amount of saving he or his wish to set aside from the income. So what you are generating a income from the expenditure, whatever the primary expenditure and secondary expenditure you are meeting, so then also you have a surplus. You are going for the concept like saving. Okay, whenever you saved, the saving part also, it is very influencing for the marketing activity. If a consumer decided to save more, then his expenditure on buying reduce, because keep on you are saving money but you are not showing interest to purchase or getting a service from the product whatever it is offered by the producer. Okay, whereas if the consumer is interested in saving more, then the most of the income will go towards the buying product. Okay, if they are not bothering about the saving, whatever they have a surplus, they are ready to go and purchase the product. Of course, there is a lot of demand expected from the consumers. So here the consumer buying decisions making process, because number of customers and consumer basis, the process will be going on when they are trying to purchasing any product or getting service from the company. So there are certain sequence the consumers want to follow. Based on the sequence, they are following the process. So the following the process which is related to the consumer buying point of view. So as a marketers, they want to get to know the process whatever it is involved for the consumer buying decisions making process. So marketing people need to understand the process that their customer go through when making the decision. So at the time of purchasing, whatever it is required for the consumer needs and wants, of course they are trying to fulfill based on the decisions making. So blindly they are not purchasing any product whatever it is not fulfill the needs and demands or wants. So based on the consumers needs, the consumers will taking decisions to go for the buying the product. The consumer decision making process involve series related or sequence. Okay, there are certain sequence they are following at the time of purchasing a product. So before they are purchasing a product, there is a 5 process we are able to identify here. So they are following the sequence. Okay, sequence stages activity. The process begin with the discovery and recognition of unsatisfied need and want. So which one is not satisfied? The based on the not satisfied needs only, they are try to take steps to go for purchasing. Before that, they are try to take decisions which is related to fulfill the needs and wants of the consumer. So here the five process will be followed according to the sequence. The first one, need recognition. Each and every customers, they want to recognize the needs, what exactly they are expecting from the producer. So once they recognize the need, then the related information they want to search about, for example, they are trying to purchase any product, whatever they are decided to purchase the product or getting a service, so they are trying to collect all the information which is related to that product. And next, after getting the information, okay, now they want to evaluate the alternative, because if any product, if it is there, means of course there is alternative options will be there to go for purchasing. So they want to evaluate which one is best for me. Okay, now once they evaluated, they will get one conclusion based on the purchase decisions. So they are right time to go for purchasing the product, because they got an alternative here. So after purchasing the product, they are the consumer are going for the post purchase behavior. After purchasing the product or getting the service, how they are happy, their behavior will be keep on change, because the topic is focusing on the consumer behavior. Moving forward one by one, the first one, need recognition, because there are plenty of customers having a different needs. So each and every customers are unique from one compared to other. So other customers they are unique. So their requirement is based on the needs, what exactly they are expecting. So when a person has an unsatisfied need, so if whichever is not satisfied the consumer's needs, so they are trying to go for attempting purchasing a product. The buying process begin to satisfy the need, because why they are purchasing, they are not wasting their money, because if they are wasting the money to get some utility or benefit or consumption, then the needs will be fulfilling here. The need may be activated by internal and external factor, because all the information what you are collecting towards your based on the needs or wants, so the need will be activated. The intensity of the want will indicate the speed with which a person will move to fulfill the wants, because even the consumer having a different types of needs as well as want, they want to fulfill. Finally consumers are right time to take the decision on the basis of needs and its urgency. The order of the priority is decided. So based on the situation, based on the necessity, the consumers are taking a decisions immediately. So then only they can fulfill their unsatisfied needs. Marketers should provide required information to selling point, because the consumers are searching with the help of internet or with the help of showroom, with the help of retail outlet. So of course the marketers want to convey the message with the help of mediator, with the help of the communication channel. They are trying to convey the message for the end consumer. Okay, moving forward. Second one, because based on the sequence when you are going, first one is a need recognizer. Second one, once you recognize your need, then you start collecting information whatever which is related to the product decisions making. So identify the need is first. Once you identify the need, the related items or product what you are selected, so all the information you are trying to collect based on the price, based on the packaging, based on the availability, all the informations you are collecting. So identified need can be satisfied only when desired product is known and also easily available, because based on your desire, if this specific product is offered by any producer, of course you are taking a steps to go for collecting all the information whichever it is related to the product, and easily availability also you have to see where exactly the consumer can purchase the product. different product are available in the market because because the homogeneous product there are which is similar product. Okay, so the producer are offering a homogeneous product means the consumers are getting a slight confusions. So all the informations you are collecting, so which finally you are selecting a best product which is suit for your desire. So, but customer must know which product and brand give him maximum satisfaction. For example, that there are five product or similar product you are able to identify. In that you are trying to select the best one, which will give you maximum satisfactions. And the person has to search out of the relevant information of the product, brand and location, because once you have decided the accessibility part and availability also you have to search, right? So that's what the brand basis and location basis you are selecting. So all the information you need to collect. Consumer can use many sources, either neighbors, they can ask for neighbors, and even they can ask for friends, even the family members also they can give for information where the product and service are offered, okay, where it is available. Marketer also provide relevant information through the advertisement, retailer, dealer and packaging, also sales promotion, window display, mass media like newspaper, radio, television provide information, because too many channel of communication, too many promotional strategy the marketers they are using or implementing, the just creating awareness about the product and service. The consumer also getting a more information from the different source. Okay, nowadays the internet has become an important and reliable source of information, because internet within sitting in your home only you can search what kind of product you are searching, where it is available, what is the price. There is a social media, how you are collecting the information, how you are getting the Google searching information. Okay, all the relevant information you are collecting, finally you are taking the final decisions. Marketers are expected to provide latest and reliable and adequate information for the consumer, because the consumer is finally they are purchasing a product, getting a service from the company. So marketers they want to create more awareness. Of course, they want to provide the right information, right time. Moving forward. Now, once you collected the information, whatever it is related to product and service, immediately we are trying to go for evaluating alternative. Because in the homogeneous product, there are similar nature, similar character, similar features we are able to identify. So in this, if you are thinking there is a 5 product are offered, so you are choosing a best one just for going for evaluating each and every product based on the attribute, based on the quality, based on the packaging, based on the price. So availability, everything you are evaluating, finally we are choosing a best alternative which will fulfill your needs. This is a critical stage in the process of buying, because when the consumer are decided to purchase any specific product, there are plenty of products are available. So in that you have to choose best one. Okay. Following are the important element in the process of alternative evaluation. So what are the different types of evaluations tools? Evaluations process can be going with the help of choosing a best product. One is a product is viewed and bundle of attribute. So when the consumers are try to go for evaluating the product, so based on the bundle of attribute, if they are comparing with any competitor brand, so what extraordinary benefits we are expecting, extraordinary attributes we are expecting from this product, so they are choosing. Okay, so this attribute or features are used for evaluating a product or brand. For example, there are too many products which is related to FMCG or FMCD. Okay, if they try to purchase one television, so there is a number of competitors they are offering the same kind of product. So again you have to go for analyzing or evaluating the features, what based on the price. Okay, so after sales service, everything you are thinking as a consumer. For example, in washing machine, consumer consider price basis, capacity, technology, quality, model and size, after sales service. Okay, if there is any offer. Okay, so everything they are evaluating, because too many company are offering a washing machine, because the consumers also getting a confused here. So that's what they are trying to go for evaluating. Second factors, Factors like company, brand image, country, and distributor network, after sales service also become a critical in evaluation, because those who are having a much more idea about the technical aspect, of course they can evaluate based on the parameters set by which is suitable for the electronic item. So that technically they are evaluating. So even the most of the customers or consumers are giving priority for brand. Even the network is very important. Even they want after sales service after purchasing the product. If it is not working, what you can do, so which is completely you are depending for after sales service. That's why the companies are having a service center. So lastly, marketers should understand the importance of this factor with the regard to the consumer while manufacturing and marketing their product. Because most of the product, if you take a television, the first time we are able to identify Doom TV, now slowly which is replace LED or plasma TV, now which is coming under smart TV, okay, Android TV you are able to identify. So because of the generation change, there are new million of product which is modified based on the design and latest technology. So everything will be matter here. Moving forward, purchase decision. Now fourth stage, purchase decision. Now consumers are collected, they recognize need, okay, now based on the recognized need, they collected information. Based on the collected information, they are trying to go for evaluating. Now fourth one, purchasing decision. Now they, as a consumer, they are right time to take a decisions which product already they have selected, so which will fulfill the consumer needs, maximum attributes or benefits expected from the product. So outcome of the evaluation, develop like and dislike. So here for example 5 product is there, you are choosing one product, or remaining 4 product you need to go for just for eliminating, or your plan which is not dislike category or like category you can say. So fine, out of 5 product you most already like that product, remaining 4 product will go for the dislike category. So about alternative product and brand in the consumer, because the consumers to consumer, their evaluations will be completely unique. So obviously they are try to select a best product according to their knowledge. The attitude towards the brand influence the decision as to buy or not to buy, because if they based on the characteristic whatever you are able to identify as a marketer, consumer behavior will be keep on change based on the personal aspect, economical factor, marketing factors. Okay, there are too many factors which is there covered in the last. So even the finally they are trying to go for either they are going to purchase the product or they are not purchasing the product. Thus the prospective buyer head towards the final selection. Now finally, if you are really a prospective customers, of course you are trying to take a decision for purchasing. In addition to all the above factors, situation factors like finance option, dealer terms, falling the price, etc. are also considered. Because apart from whatever the decisions which is related to the product attribute, so apart from the product attribute and futures, we are studied for the financial option also. As a consumer one think, even the dealer terms, what kind of terms which is related to the transaction, even the falling price. So the most of the consumer, they are trying to take any steps to unseason time. If they are purchasing the product like electronic goods, AC, if you take in the winter season and rainy season, if the product price will be decreased because there is no demand in the market. So that's what, till the price falling, they are keep on waiting. Okay, moving forward, the post purchasing behavior. Post purchasing, now if the customers are already purchased the product, then they are getting a real experience from the product. Okay, so the post purchasing behavior of consumer is more important as far as marketer is concerned, because the finally the company want to survival for the long period, sustain for long period. Of course they are always expecting, now under modern marketing concept, now the modern marketing concept always giving a priority for the consumer needs and wants. So the consumers are, when they are expecting a after sales service, if it is necessary, of course the company are providing a facility. Okay, so the consumer get brand preference only when that brand live up to is expectation. So whatever the unique features what you made, if the consumers are accepted, then they try to give a reference for other customers. This brand preference naturally repeat sales of market, because once you are, which is not, you are not bothering about the FMCG or FMCD company. Of course the company are expecting a repeated sales. If the company is always, consumer will be always loyal for the customers, means the company will not bothering about this. So because your company, when the consumers are purchasing your product, you are treating the consumers will be loyal for a company. But if the used brand does not yield desired satisfaction, if it is not satisfied, the consumers are not satisfied towards your product and service, of course they are not purchasing one more time. Negative feeling will occur, and that will be lead to the formation of negative attitude towards the brand, because most of the new product, whenever it is launching for the first time, due to number of reasons, like the customers are not satisfied, the product will be fail. Keep on watch for next section. Thank you.